Today on the channel, we're back at it with a guy that's no stranger to the action figure game, as we've got AEW Unrivaled Series 15, Samoa Joe.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 15 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got one of the greatest Samoans of all time. We got Samoa Joe, but for all your Samoa Joe needs, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, Samoa Joe, like all the other figures on the channel, we're gonna unbox it the way we always do. We're gonna take a look at the packaging. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Samoa Joe, no stranger to the line. Strangely enough, though, his first figure in the line was a Target exclusive. So now we get a general release here. Probably a lot of reuse, and we'll compare that one later on in this video, so stay tuned to that. But as I said, Samoa Joe, no stranger to the action figure game. We've had him from Mattel. Now we're getting him from Jazzwares. And I have to think we're going to get more Jazzwares figures of him, especially coming off his Ring of Honor title run and then his, of course, AEW title run. You have to imagine there's going to be at least a Samoa Joe with the belt eventually. I would think so, at least. But for now, we'll settle for a towel. Straight out of the shower, Samoa Joe is what we got going on right here. Quite the towel going on, and I like the thread count. I can see already it's a high thread count. Really good towel going on this one here. And then he's showing off his favorite towel over there as well. It's a multi-use towel. I heard he's done a lot of things with this towel over the years, and we're not going to get into that, of course. But looking good with this towel in the package here. Number 145 in the Unrivaled series so far. Series 15, as we do know. All Elite Wrestling on the side there. And, of course, the back got the big cross-sell. We're unboxing them all here on the channel. We'll be ranking the whole wave from my least favorite to my favorite. Stay tuned to that very soon. Let's see what it says about old Samoa Joe here. From Dynamite, September 13th. 2023, Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Chris Sabo. Shout out to Barry Larkin in the worst way possible. I'll never forget those Cincinnati Reds in 1990. Unexcusable. I think they cheated against the A's. I'm fairly certain the fix was in. Luckily, no internet back then. There was a lot of schemes going on in the background. They totally ruined it. You know, they should all be in jail, really. The whole Cincinnati Red team. And I've only been to Cincinnati, I think, one time in my life, and I believe it was in, like, 94, let's say. Coming off that heartbreak, just a few short years after that, my dad and I went to the starting lineup collection. How about the convention? We went to the starting lineup convention out there. And the one thing I do remember, I had Chick-fil-A for the first time ever, and I was blown away by these nuggets as a little kid. And I also remember a lot of people peeing in the skywalks. There was homeless people all over the place, and they were just freely peeing in front of everybody there. I couldn't believe my little eyes, and I'd never seen anything like that before. So I'll never forget it. My time in Cincinnati, homeless people peeing in the skywalks, and of course, that sweet taste of Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets for the first time ever. The more you know. Shout out Cincinnati, except for you, Chris Sabo and Barry Larkin, Eric Davis. Don't get me started on these guys. Back to Samoa Joe, the more important things of life here. But we do got the whole wave down here. Samoa Joe, Ethan Page, Daniel Garcia, the Devil MJF, Chris Jericho, and Saraya. Oh, stop it. Todd McFarlane on the couch once again. But let's get him out of the package. Let's see what's all the fuss is about. And there's always fuss with Samoa Joe. There's so much fuss going around, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable, the amount of fuss. And there's a lot of fuss in the packaging as well. I'm going to get him out of here, and we're going to dive in. See you later. Put some spin on it. Look at that. All kinds of hands for Samoa Joe as well, so he can get awfully handy if you need to. And we're going to need these extra hands to make him feel as different as we possibly can from his other figure, which, once again, we'll compare that fairly soon here. Let's get old Joe out of here. Straight from Samoa. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's look at these hands first. What do we got going on? It's all about these gripping hands. He's going to grip it and rip it, I guess. We get a gloved? How about a taped up gripping hand here? Taped up in white. Get a standard gripping hand. Another taped up one. I guess mic holding hands are what these are. I don't know if we needed both sets of these. I think they could have got by with just one and we would have been okay. It is what it is, though. But then we get down to old Samoa Joe right here. And he's got that towel of doom, and it looks like, yes, we do. We got a little rubber band going around there. And I'm going to take that off, maybe. There it is. Oh my gosh, very tight, as a rubber band should be, of course. Pull that down here and got that off to the side. See you later. But now we get down to this towel. Oh, is it a terrible towel? Or are we going to do something like that? But it is quite the towel, all things considered. Like I said, a good thread count on this one. Very absorbent. You can use it for yourself if you want to. It could be a napkin. You can blow your nose into it. Choose your own towel adventure right here. But a nice white, clean towel for Samoa Joe, until he spills the blood of the non-believers and wipes it up. Maybe he'll do that in the future. We'll see what happens. But he's got his fabulous towel right there, like a young Taz, except white instead of a black towel. There it is. But once again, we get those tiny, tiny, tiny Samoa Joe hands. I don't know. Has he really got that tiny of a hand? I'm not exactly sure. I'm definitely not going to use these hands because I did use them last time. Under protest, I still used them, these small hands. But I'm going to take these off, and I will be using one of these sets of hands. Wish he would have had a fist. That would have been nice, but not in the cards, once again, for old Samoa Joe. But let's dive into old Samoa Joe right here. He's got a head on him that's seen some things. He's got some lines in the forehead. He's got kind of a mashed potato style nose, kind of messed up a little bit. Got a little bit of a frowning face. And Samoa Joe, never just the most pleasant guy. He's not smiling ear to ear. He's always kind of mad, so it does look like him in that direction. Now he's got the beard going on, and I get a little bit of mohawk action here, I guess is what we would call that. Slick back mohawk. He's making Mr. T blush somewhere. Shout out to Mr. T. Good friend of the channel, I'm sure. But looking good as far as Samoa Joe head goes. We know it's Samoa Joe. I don't think I'd be confused if somebody handed me this. Getting down to the body, you got the bare top here, looking interesting. A bigger body style on Samoa Joe, and I do appreciate that because we get so many little guys in the AEW line. When you get a guy like Samoa Joe or a Luchasaurus, shout out to Luchasaurus, feels different, really does stand out from the rest of the pack. So he definitely has a different body style going on. We do get the wrist tape wrapped around the wrist here, and then you do get it on the hand as well. Very interesting. You got a little forearm kind of tape going on. It looks a little bit strange. It's obviously just painted on there. I would have liked to seen that in like plastic or something maybe. It just looks a little strange just painted, especially with that joint and that big pin there staring us in the eye. Got the green and black attack going down on the shorts here. He's got kind of those boxing Muay Thai shorts going there. Got some interesting black knee pads, black boots with the kickers on them, all that kind of fun stuff. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut, of course. Double jointed pinned elbows. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Got that hula hoop up top. Traditional waist as well. Those big old Samoa Joe splits looking good. Legs go up. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinned knees once again. Boot cut, ankles back and forth, side to side. The usual Jazzwares articulation. And once again, like a young Iron Maiden, I feel like we've been here before. A little deja vu, as it's not terribly different than the last Samoa Joe figure we got. But he does fit on the ringside Jazzwares stand. And I guess that is what it is, though. You're not going to get a lot more out of Samoa Joe. He kind of is his look. It's not Rey Mysterio with a different outfit, different mask all the time. There's not a lot of difference here. We do got the other Samoa Joe, as you can imagine, using a ton of the same stuff for. To me, if I'm Jazzwares, 69. 69? Was that the saying? Is that a saying? I don't know if it is, but I got rid of at least one set of these hands over here, and maybe, I don't know, found something else in the set to get rid of somewhere along the way, and give us a new Samoa Joe head scan. Give us a little bit of different head scan for Samoa Joe. I think that would have went a long way here because, like I said, there's not a lot you could do with the Samoa Joe as far as outfit-wise and stuff. So maybe give us a different head scan for him. That would definitely work out. But I could also see the other side of the coin maybe saying, hey, this was a Target exclusive. People that don't have Targets, whatever. This could be your first Jazzwares Samoa Joe. We'll get you a different head scan down the line when we get the one with the title belt. So a lot of different ways you could go it. But for us, me, those that have the Target exclusive, maybe doesn't feel as special as it could have felt in the long run here. But it is what it is at this point there. So there it is. That is AEW Unrivaled Series 15 Samoa Joe. What are your thoughts? Any thoughts on this one at all? Let me know in the comments below. I could see a lot of people saying, I'm passing on this one. I got the Target one on clearance, whatever it may be. I don't need another Samoa Joe. I could understand that for sure, but let me know your thoughts once again in the comments down below. And of course, if you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We're going to have more content for you on Patreon. Best way to support the channel. Appreciate all the support over there. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for Samoa Joe, AEW Unrivaled 15, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.